book friends, I'm back again with another video, and today I'm going through a bit of a reading slump, so I kind of just wanted to go over what I've kind of been doing, what I've been reading, what I've been keeping up with, and kind of just letting you know what to do when you're in a slump. So here we go. You could probably just hear I have a bit of a sinus infection, as well as my cat just ran in the corner, so she's being a little bit of rambunctious today, so if you hear her in the background, just disregard that. Today, I just want to talk about some books to get me out of my reading slump, as well as, what I'm reading in my slump right now and how it's going, so let's get into it. So I ended up finishing Red Country by Joe Abercrombie. I actually liked it a lot more than I was liking it in the beginning. I liked the ending of it quite a bit. Logan Nine Fingers is one of the best characters that Joe Abercrombie has made, so he definitely carried that book. Definitely was mostly connected to him and Nick McCoska. Spoiler alert, his death was a pretty big deal. His death was a pretty big deal. He's one of the best characters that Joe Abercrombie has made. It's like him killing off Sam Nangolakta. So, was very surprised by that. The setting was awesome. It was kind of like a Western, but not truly a Western, so it wasn't as boring as I thought it was going to be. But I really enjoyed Red Country. I would probably give it a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't anything special. It was one of his standalones. The characters probably won't show up mostly anywhere else. I'm sure Shy might have a part in the next series, but I don't see too many of those characters reoccurring. But I don't know, because Joe Abercrombie has a lot of reoccurring characters that I just forget about, to be honest. The next book that I'm currently reading, that I'm still getting through right now in my reading slump, is Jedi Search. I should be finishing up the 19th chapter here soon, along with Van Zott Productions. It's taken me a while to get through Jedi Search. It's a pretty good book. Mostly it's about the main characters finding different Jedi, or not Jedi, but Force-sensitive beings. A lot of it is them just looking around and trying to search for Jedi, which is basically the name of the book. Makes a bunch of sense. In my reading slump, I've been reading Darth Plagueis, actually, by James Luceno. This is a book that follows Darth Plagueis and Darth Palpatine, or Darth Sidious, as you learn how he got his powers, where he got his money from, and all of that such. It's been pretty good so far. I'm about halfway through. Palpatine is just now beginning to be a Lord of the Sith, so that is very interesting. He has some different motives than Darth Plagueis, so it's quite interesting to see those conflict. The third book that I'm actually reading in my slump right now is Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan. I'm doing a read-along with Matt's Fantasy Book Reviews. His channel, his Discord is doing a read-along of this. I'm a little bit behind, so I actually need to catch up. About 100 pages behind, so I'm going to try to read that today. How to get out of my reading slump by just forcing it out. So I have had some reading slumps in the past. I want to kind of just go over some books that have brought me out of it. First, I want to talk about Red Rising. Red Rising is one of a very fast-paced book by Pierce Brown. It is a sci-fi book that I have the 4th and the 6th of. I have Lightbringer as well as Iron Gold. I don't have Red Rising or the original trilogy, so I really need to end up buying those eventually. But Red Rising is a Hunger Games copy, basically, but done well in space. Since it's like a Hunger Games repeat, it's not the most intensive in the world building or prose or anything. It's very action-packed, but I would highly recommend Red Rising. I enjoyed it immensely, and yeah. The book and series that I would immensely recommend is actually the Jade Legacy, Jade City, and Jade War books by Fonda Lee. These are a series, kind of The Godfather-ish, set in the urban fantasy island of Kikon. It is a kind of Japan, China clone, where there is a small island that has a precious resource. The precious resource allows them to have special powers, and that allows them to have military prowess around the world. but also on their own island. So on their own island, they have a godfather conflict between two crime families that own most of the island. So it's very interesting. The first book, honestly, is one to get you out of your reading slump, but definitely the whole series is. Jade War is one of the best books that I've read. Definitely is a 5 out of 5 book. Jade Legacy is a close 4.5 out of 5. The series as a whole is just a great one to get you out of your reading slump. So if you can pick one of those up if you see it, I would definitely recommend it. Thank you for joining me as you learn about my reading slump, kind of what I'm going through. This is a little update video, but if you can, let me know how you get out of your reading slumps down below. I would appreciate any feedback, as well as like and comment in the video, subscribe, and I appreciate everything that you do.
I got too many hoes. What the hell you? Like to put that shit in your nose.